Hi, I'm back doing an energy reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This energy reading will be about the spiritual gifts that Pisces possesses, whether they are activated or not. So we're going to start by asking Spirit just for some messages regarding your spiritual gifts. And then, of course, you'll be made aware of what spiritual gifts you have. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We will be using the 7 major chakra systems to pinpoint which gifts you have, or which gifts are in alignment with those chakras in terms of activated or not, as well as any other message that comes out. So again, Spirit messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter regarding their spiritual gifts, activated or not. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter regarding their spiritual gifts, activated or not. So I'm immediately getting like I'm hearing some activations going on currently with your throat chakra and some gifts attached to that. And when I say related to the major chakras, it's just basically because these spiritual gifts are synonymous with the 7 major chakras. The crown chakra, of course, can access all the gifts, but some of them are just specific to a particular chakra, and then some of these gifts can overlap. But immediately I'm getting the 5th chakra for you, which is the throat chakra. And it's also ruled by Mercury, which is communication, Pisces. So it's just giving that you have gifts there, whether they're activated or not. I will get into what those are, the spiritual gifts are, but it's also giving like there's something that needs to be said currently that you are dealing with, up against. Like, it's just reminding me of an intro to a song or movie. I can't remember. But it's like, listen up, I got a story to tell, is what I'm hearing. Like your throat box, like, and I'm also in like a microphone. 222 on the timer, microphone check, 1212. I don't know if you're a performer or you will be performing, or you just have a audience with what you do. But we're going to get some messages. But that's just what I got during this pre-shuffle. Spirit messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it relates to the spiritual gifts they possess, activated or not. But I'm hearing these gifts related to your throat chakra. They are very much activated. Cuts. All right, I'm going to shuffle. I'm ready, but I need to get a pillow. I'm not going to pause it. Just hold on. Thank you for your patience. I wanted to get some socks too because I'm a little chilly. My name is Chilly Willy. I'm frozen through and through. Anyway. So, messages for Pisces placements in regards to their spiritual gifts, activated or not. Thank you, Spirit. I'm told to take that came over, turned over, or whatever. Patience and planning. We have 7, which is the divine number. This is giving me a long time coming. It's also North Node vibes too. So even if you don't have Pisces in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Pisces is in North Node now. So I feel like this is something to do with you overcame something. You weathered the storm. And I feel like this is like a beginning of something that maybe you're starting, maybe you're launching. And it's been seasons of you going through it, healing from it, studying it, researching it, take it how it resonates. But it's given that you got the green light, you know, with your crown chakra through prayer, meditation, downloads or whatever. And 7 is a divine number. So, you know, it could have definitely been prayer, meditation. But You got the green light to go ahead and speak it into existence. Make this known. You could be starting a podcast, Pisces, but again, I'm getting like, even if you don't have Pisces in your chart, it's giving Pisces North Node. And Pisces is in North Node. So I just feel like strongly, even if you are like, your Virgo is in North Node, because it's a switch. They're opposite sides. So right now, Virgo is in South Node. Pisces is in North Node. If your Virgo is in North Node, right now it's in the South Node position, this is still applying to you. So with that being said, you may want to also watch the Virgo reading, Pisces. But yeah, it's giving, I'm just hearing a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. But I also feel like this is other stuff that you've been doing, other stuff that you've been working on. You may have something major that you're launching or you studied for. I'm hearing podcasts specifically. So take that how it resonates. Maybe you're going to start your own podcast or appear on a podcast, and that's going to launch you even further. But it's like you've already been putting in the work, because we have patience and planning. Like, you know, for those who are resonating with this launch, maybe it's launching at a later date, but you still have been putting in the work because the planning has been there. It's not like you're starting to plan, because we have all these seasons. We got rain, snow, fall, earth, air, water, fire, because the sun is there. Like, and with the sun is giving me that divine energy, that number 7, that crown chakra energy again. With the sun is giving me Leo, expansive, active, successful, vitality. Like, you've already been giving life to things, again with your voice box, because I heard your throat, the throat chakra. But I feel like whatever this is for you that you're launching, as well as what you've already launched, because the things you already have into play, Pisces, may have helped you even come to the conclusion that you need to launch something else, or you want to launch something else. Like, I feel like all of them are gonna be like cha-ching. Clarify this patience and planning. And I'm going to get into all the spiritual gifts that are associated with the throat chakra too. I didn't forget about that, because you may have one specifically that you are channeling now, but this just lets me know, this reading lets me know that you have the ability to access all of them, and I feel like it depends on your purpose. Clarify patience and planning for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it relates to this reading. But I feel like, with as much as I'm having to shuffle this clarifying deck that I'm using, like, there are people who don't, and energies that don't want you to do what you're doing. It may be some truth involved with what you've been working on, what you're launching, what you already have out there. But I feel like you were able to do this due to some healing of your solar plexus. This is the 3rd chakra. You know what I mean? This is ego, self-esteem. Like, maybe before you felt like nobody will listen, I'm not picking up traction, you know, but then you did some healing, and it's like you decided we're going to do it anyway, you know. And then if this is resonating with you, but you haven't done anything yet, I feel like then you need to work on this 3rd chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and do it anyway. Maybe some manifestations, and during the new moon, some affirmations in front of the mirror, however you do you, some mantras, some mudras. Those are different hand placements to go with opening up and working with the different chakras. But like I said, this is your solar plexus chakra. This is to do with, like I said, self-esteem, ego, how you see yourself. And the element is fire. And then you have this sun here. Both are yellow. And then, you know, the sun is represented by Leo. That could be in your chart too, but it's still a fire element. So I just feel like you've done this work. You know what I mean? It's been a heating up. It's been a clearing of things that held you back in your solar plexus. And I'm saying held you back because the solar plexus is in the navel area. That is where the umbilical cord is. that is where you are fed from your mother. But the thing is, even when that cord is cut at birth, it's cut physically, but it's not cut energetically. You're still tethered to your parents, their egos, their identities of who they were when they created you. Now, hopefully, you come from a type of family that was able to let you figure out who you are and explore who you were as a child, to figure out your likes and dislikes, what you want to be, what you want to do, you know, how you want to live. But with this overcoming, with this releasing, I don't feel like you came from that, Pisces, but you've worked through that. You know, I'm hearing some have, but a great percentage did not. So it was a lot of working with self-esteem, you know, and not to say that you were just so insecure, because we all have insecurities, but it may have been something to do with the suppression during childhood with you speaking the truth. Because I also felt like it was some 7th chakra work here too, which is the crown chakra. And as I said early in that video, that crown chakra, you know, when it's activated, depending on your purpose, you have, you can call on all the spiritual gifts depending on your purpose. But it's just giving me with the crown chakra, the what is the mantra for that? I think it's I know. So there may have been things as a child that you knew that they felt like you weren't supposed to know because you were a child, and they didn't want to receive it, so they shut you down, so it kind of silenced you. But now you have that throat box back. You have your 5th chakra. It's active. I'm hearing it's raging, because I feel like the suppression suppressed you, your identity, what naturally came to you, you know, as far as, you know, I'm hearing truth sayer for some. But it also suppressed your throat chakra. It caused you not to speak. It caused you to second guess yourself, to doubt yourself. And I feel like self-doubt is related to the 3rd chakra, the solar plexus. But anyway, if I'm wrong, you can look that up. Anything else to clarify this patience and planning? Yeah, so this second chakra, this is the solar, no, not the solar plexus, the sacral. This is the solar plexus. This is the 2nd chakra, the sacral chakra. It is easy for me to adapt the flow and the rhythms of life, and this helps me to grow in a happy way. I feel like that's what you're coming into now, but I feel like when this card first came out, this was some trauma that you had to get over due to, like, you had to heal your inner child due to some childhood trauma. Like I said, when you were a kid and you just knew things, you know, with this 3rd chakra and this 7th crown chakra. Even though those cards aren't here, if you've been to my channel before, you know I read intuitively. My readings are not gender nor sexuality specific. I read the gender energies of masculine and feminine. So yeah, so I feel like you did some inner child healing, which brought you to some healing and some releasing of your solar plexus chakra. Because I feel like this suppression of who you are, the truth, and things of that nature happened during your childhood. And then this is also the chakra of creativity, your inner child, and where you carry parental wounds. All right, so what else we have here? Okay, so I'm going to pause on that for a second, because I think I'm going to get another card, but I'm being told to go over the spiritual gifts that are attached to the 5th chakra. So the 5th chakra is the throat chakra. It is ruled by the planet Mercury, the planet of communication, right? And what you do with that throat box, you talk about it. Some of y'all be about it, but that's a whole nother reading. Anyway, so the sense organ is the ears, because that's like the secondary organ to the throat chakra, the ears. Because in order to speak, you need to hear, you need to listen, you know, and I don't mean that in a tangible sense, but, you know, if you get it, you get it. I don't want to get too much off into that, because I'm feeling like I gotta focus on that, because it's a download somewhere in here. So the sense is to hear, and the action organ is the mouth, the throat. So the spiritual gifts associated with this 5th chakra for you Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter is mediumship. Meaning you can speak to the dead, the unalive that are no longer here in the physical. And I feel like some of y'all have this ability to do with pets too. Then we have auto writing in a trance state. So there is a medium. I don't remember their name, but it's a guy. Excuse me. And they have videos on YouTube, and they speak to different celebrities. And when they're talking to them, they're connecting with a past loved one or past friend or whatever. And they usually, as they're having the person describe this person to them that they want to connect with on the other side, they have a pen and paper and they're just, writing. Sometimes it could look like scribble or whatever, because the focus is not on that. But it's another divining technique. So it's called auto writing in a trance-like state. Although this person is not necessarily in a trance, but I feel like they are, in a sense, in terms of getting into the energy of what you're speaking about. So that's one of the abilities for the throat chakra. And then we have bibliomancy, which is interpreting book passages. Channeling, which is like what I do with the readings. Like, I'll get down. And this is the thing with spiritual gifts. Some of the things are the same, but they're called differently. It could be channeling. Some people could call it getting a download, things of that nature. But it's just divining on what it is you're focused on. Then we have telepathy, which is like reading thoughts or whatever, or yeah, I'm going to leave it at reading thoughts. Then we have clairgustance, which you can divine through taste, whether you're tasting something or you can get a particular taste in your mouth and it lets you know certain things about what's going on. We have clairaudience, which is clear hearing. Again, the sense organ for this is, for the throat chakra, is the ears. So I feel like that is an ability that you have to hear conversations, even if you're not privy to them, meaning you're not physically there, in any aspect. Because I try to tell people, I do tell people, like, sometimes you want to know about a conversation and you feel like you weren't there because you were a baby, you don't remember, you can't comprehend. But I'll teach them a technique to let them know you were still in the space. Whether you were in the womb, whether you weren't at comprehension age, you were still in the space to know, to get some semblance of feeling, of idea of what went on in this conversation or actions. So that's what clairaudience is, though. You don't have to be there in any capacity physically, and you can still hear the conversation. We also have transfiguration associated with the fifth chakra. And that's in a spiritual sense, not like in a Harry Potter, like Professor McGonagall turning into a cat. This is in the sense of, for example, people can, or you can project the face that you want to see. And that's like in a tangible sense, but I feel like transfiguration can be used in energies too. Like you can project what you want to be seen, heard, and felt. Some people may disagree with that, but like I said, that's my take on it. And then we have exorcism, and that's freeing of a spirit. We have meganomy, which is the psychic sense in a hypnotic state. And then we have xenoglossy, which is speaking an unlearned language. I feel like you have that ability too, as well as clairaudience, clear hearing, and mediumship. All right, so I'm being told to get back to the cards, get one more message for Pisces in regards to their spiritual gifts, activated or not, as it relates to this reading. Thank you. Oh. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I have the third eye at the bottom of the deck. That's the sixth chakra. I feel like you're coming into that more, the abilities related to that. Hold on here. We have a card. We have Trapped in Fear, which is an 8. What is this for Pisces? I'm hearing verbatim, some of y'all are afraid to move forward with this new idea. Like fear that it won't work, it won't gain traction, you know, you won't, it won't reach people, it won't help people, take it how it resonates. It won't be lucrative. What could be done to overcome this? Oh, this is due to you still clearing out this third chakra. So like I said, this launch is not here right now. Like I'm feeling like it should be launched possibly in April at the beginning of the zodiac year, you know, during Aries season. But this fear is like clearing out. You're coming out of this because you're still clearing this third chakra, you know, this self-doubt, this being told that you're not good enough, you can't do, you shouldn't do, this suppression that you've had to overcome. You see this 7 going into an 8. So clarifying this trapped in fear, we have financial and material changes. That's one thing that is, it's a risk. And it's just like, is it worth it? Because you may not have the funds to do it the way you want to do it now. But you can still do it, and then with you launching it later, you still have time. And with this 5, I'm getting like things change. 5 is change. Things change, and I'm getting that things are changing for you. It's just like you have to know it and you have to give it time. It's giving patience. And then we have discontent and boredom. Now we're going 5-4. But I mean, you're ready for something to pop. Like, you know, you're ready for something to take off. You're ready to step fully into your purpose. Because I feel like this is something you know you should do along with what you have been doing. But it's giving a bit of unfulfillment. But I'm just hearing like, you know, just stay focused. Because I'm hearing eyes on the prize, Violet. Like from Willy Wonka. When her mom was telling her eyes on the prize, very competitive. It's just like stay focused because it's not going to look the way you feel that it should look because you're not doing something you've done before. And I feel like some of y'all are doing something that somebody else has done before. So you don't even know how that can look. You know, in the 3D sense, in a tangible state. But it's saying don't be discouraged. Keep going forward. And we have this 6 here, which is harmony. This is a joining of cells. It's giving me twin flame, but not in terms of two. It's like the twin flame within you, like the Shakta and Shiva, or I could be pronouncing the names wrong, but I'm talking about twin flames in terms of the Hindu belief system in regards to twin flame, like Shakta and Shiva. But it's just like within yourself. You're masculine and feminine. You know, like sometimes you're going to have to motivate yourself and validate yourself and encourage yourself. Like, because when you talk about masculine energy, they thrive and do well off of admiration. Feminine energies, they thrive and do well off of validation. So it's just like you're going to have to get into your masculine energy and validate your feminine, and then your feminine energy admire or speak, you know, admiration of your masculine energy. Like, you know how you have a pros and cons list? It's just like make a list of things you admire about yourself and, you know, tangibly and intangibly, and things that you validate about yourself tangibly and intangibly. Okay. I'm hearing close it out. Close this out in alignment with the highest good of Pisces as it relates to this reading. Close this out in alignment with the highest good of Pisces as it relates to this reading. It's just giving you self-validation and self-admiration. Because we have, like I said, I read the energies of masculine, feminine, and I do that because we have masculine and feminine within all of us, no matter how we identify in terms of gender. No matter what gender you were born with. The right side of your body is masculine, the left is feminine. Close this out. for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it relates to this reading. Thank you. So to close, we have recognition and reward, and we have rest and rejuvenation. It's coming. It's here. Like, it's giving precipice. Like I said, you're launching something, you know, with this patience and planning, but you had already been putting in work in other areas. But again, I'm getting that North Node in Pisces, so it's really like pay attention to your intuition, your guides, however you do you. Because it's here. It's just giving crown energy. Like you accomplished achievement. The medal is yours. Divine inheritance as well as divine intervention. But I'm just hearing with this rest and rejuvenation, vacation. It's just coming for you, Pisces. So it's just giving, continue to stay focused and have patience. I know that's easier said than done. If they could sell patience, that probably would outsell a lot of shit. But anyway, thank you, Pisces. Have a good one.